It's Wednesday. It's time for our weekly trip to the new zoo.
Neil Anderson joins us again live from Swamico. Good morning, Neil.
Well, good morning. We're out here getting Sherman used to the area. Sherman's our little pronghorn. And you can see now that the rain is kind of subsided out here. Sherman's out and about, and he's doing a little grazing. This is his transition area. This is an area that is just behind the giraffe exhibit, and you can check out his neighbors. And he's really calm with the big guys here. This is Hodari. He's our male giraffe. You know, Hodari right now, I was just looking at, how much he weighs. He's over 2,600 pounds.
Wow.
Yeah, it's amazing. These guys have been, our giraffes have been here now for 8 years. Hard to believe they've been here this long. They're both about 9 years old. But the size of these guys, and it's interesting is we're going to hope in the next segment we'll be vaccinating these guys. They've been kind of in and out, so as the rain stops, they want to be outside. As soon as the rain, they're inside. So we're going to try to get them inside and go ahead and vaccinate them. But, it's interesting with these guys, when you're doing preventative medicine and working with them because they have such unique features that only giraffes have. When you think of these giraffes, we talk about just blood pressure. Their blood pressure is about 280 over 180. It's well over twice what we are. Their heart beats about 170 beats a minute. Now they got a pretty good sized heart, but what's really interesting with their heart is the right side, the right ventricle, the muscle is not real large because it doesn't have to go a far distance to send blood to the lungs. But the left ventricle, the muscle in there, for every 15 centimeters of the neck, it's almost like a centimeter of that you need in muscle on the left ventricle. So this poses some interesting things for us. So, when we talk about working with these guys and medical procedures and everything, one of the things that's really difficult is just think if you had to put it, an IV in, like we do, we get an IV in our arm. Can you imagine trying to put an IV in a giraffe with that type of blood pressure? It's really, really difficult because it actually blows the units right off because you have that type of blood pressure. So, yeah, so with us, there's different techniques that have to be used just to take into account the physiology of these guys. And of course, annually they do receive their vaccinations. We'll be vaccinating them in the next segment. We'll talk a little bit about what we vaccinate them for and what we do on the preventative end of things. And it's great to have a facility like we do have as well to be able to safely work around them and to be able to do these things with them that we need to from the preventative end.
Yep. All right. Thanks, Neil.
Thanks, Neil.
Thanks.